And how long do you think an interview should be? What's the ideal amount of time?
I think it depends on what type of interview, but I think if it's a one-on-one interview, if you're talking to your potential future manager, I think an hour is probably the longest that it should go on for. I think
I find a lot. I find a lot more recently, especially with the virtual interviews, that a lot of managers, they'll be like, oh, because we don't have to organize people getting here, we can just go half an hour here, half an hour here, and they say, oh, we'll be able to see more candidates because we now don't have to travel. And I find the half an hour interviews, you've only really got started in an interview after 20, 25 minutes. So you don't because you have that kind of 10-minute start of settle in and go through your CV and maybe have a little bit of a feel for the candidate.
It's way too intense, doesn't it? You kind of you have the preamble and then you have a really intense period. Like, have you done this? Have you done that? Yeah.
I think an hour might be too long because often things start on the hour for those people. So their mind starts to go to, oh shit, you don't want somebody in a position of saying, I have to go. I find that the 45-minute is the sweet spot where it can run on if you're just slightly talking about something. It can run on to maybe 50 minutes if you're talking about something that you're really interested in getting out of the candidate that came up late or whatever. But it's almost an advice to give people who are interviewing is to do 45 minutes and allow for a slippage of 5 minutes for an interesting candidate, because after half an hour if it's a no, but you don't know if it's a yes. Like after half an hour you'll know it's definitely not this guy. Do you know what I mean? So if it's scheduled for an hour, then there's a very awkward second half of that interview where the interviewer is like, and I've been in that situation where you're just sitting there and you're going, look, I think we're happy enough with what we have. Thanks very much. And you just have to let them go because you're just wasting everybody's time then. You know what I mean?